Say Shalom Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. We're gonna get right into it today. Just a plain and simple, something that's, right in front of our faces, but just look at the weather. I'm sure that you're noticing that it is unseasonably colder. I got a hoodie on right now. I have hoodies, I'm wearing sweaters. And I don't remember ever in my lifetime it being June, the middle of June, and this weather's still cold. I remember when I was back at the trailer park, one of the officers did say, while they were doing their little charades, but he said in the middle of it, yeah, when this weather breaks, we don't know. And that again, that gets into these things, seeing into time and seeing into the future. You know what I'm saying? This is not a new concept, because back in the day, the 1500s, they would call it scrying. Back in the days of the Egyptians, they would call it looking into a black mirror. It's all witchcraft and sorcery, looking at the times. Right, and God tells you not to look at time. Observers of time is forbidden in the Levitical law. That means it's possible. So, and you hear about their technology. See, they have these powers, but this is only being enhanced by the CERN. You heard about CERN, you heard about quantum computers, the D-Wave, that movie Lucy, premiered that, the D-Wave computers, the quantum mechanics. And that's what they're doing, it's possibilities, also mixed with their witchcraft and their wind towers. We already went through that. And HARP, the controlling of the weather. So what they're trying to do, they're socially engineering, okay, while they're also geoengineering. You heard about, I'm sure you've seen the cloud machines where the white man's making clouds, making storms and tornadoes all over the place. But what they're doing, they know once this weather breaks and the weather becomes warmer, then the attitudes get a little bit different, and people start to act, be more outside. And even in the hood, when the women start wearing less and niggas start shooting. Same thing in geopolitically. They know Russia and Syria ain't gonna take these tactics that they were taking in the wintertime, and they're gonna bomb on you. So they're on the brink of this war. So I want to show the white man telling you on RT News about how any spark and at any moment World War III
turn into a full-edged conflagration of some sort.
Well, any spark could cause it. I think.
Cause what? Cause what?
It could cause just one episode could create a havoc throughout the entire region.
So, in other words, Israel attacks Syria.
Yeah.
The missile is not stopped.
Yeah.
With using the anti-ballistic missile defense system, or whatever the heck it's called, and it hits and kills a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Syria says we're not going to have this. They attack back.
They've been showing restraint. In fact, they could have done it. In fact, they were asked not to retaliate.
So, okay, let's continue the scenario. Israel attacks. Syria attacks back. Iran fights on the side of Syria.
Mm-hmm.
Who helps? The United States fights on the side of Israel.
Yeah.
Russia gets on the side of Syria and Iran as well.
Correct.
That's the fear.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah. It's a powder keg ready to blow up at any time.
What's keeping it from blowing up?
People like Abe and others who are trying to talk to leadership in Iran to calm things down, trying to talk to Trump to go and negotiate. But John Bolton and Pompeo are not getting that message. They're the ones who are orchestrating this thing. They're the ones who are working behind the scenes, trying to get everything lined up. And what I'm really concerned about is that they're going to paint Trump into a corner he won't be able to get out.
Sounds like a familiar narrative.
Yes.
And
it happened before in 2003.
We thank you,
President.
in front of our faces. They tell you what they are. You know what I'm saying? And you see the clip I'm going to put up. It says Iran told you that white space aliens run America. You know what I'm saying? It's these reptilians. You know what I'm saying? The Illuminati means the enlightened ones, right? They're enlightened ones. So we know that niggas died over information. Okay, so this is what separates us from them. But God says in the last days, I'm going to make Esau's secret parts bare. And everybody going to see what you up to. Everybody knows what the Illuminati's into. Everybody knows. They see it. And their slogan for the Illuminati is hidden in plain sight. So they put it right on the dollar. You see the reptilian right on the dollar. You see it. That the Bible tells us that this would happen, and they would have certain powers that the righteous people don't. In Luke 16:8, it tells you that the children of the world are wiser than the children of light. So they're seeing it. They're seeing into this future. Okay, they plan out my life, my whole life from graduation to now, from me being born in 88. They knew where I was, what body I was about to go into, because I'm one of the elect that didn't die. Okay, and they know I'm just changing bodies. And guess what? I was born into a world of demons. You see what I'm saying? And my mom said, you tried to run back up in the womb when you know what I'm saying? Because my spirit knew devils again, but I'm a baby now, defenseless. Right, Mark 9:1 tells you there's some of you that stand here that shall not taste of death till they see me come back with great power and glory. I am one of them. So you see harp. You see that they have the ability to control the weather. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to hold this weather off so that they got more time. They're trying to squeeze every little second out of this reality. And what they're doing now, put me at this hotel in the middle of the 1340 split. You know what I'm saying? All of Delaware has to drive here at least one time a month, one time a week. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing is putting me here. You got my thoughts broadcasting. They got, you know what I'm saying? So everybody can come here and cope with their death that they knew was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Since the inception of America, Christopher Columbus knew what he was getting into when he brought his ass over here. He knew he was done the moment he came over here, but they still can't deal with it. They can't, these devils can't deal with the fact that they know it's a wrap for them. And so my whole life of it, I've been used as a guideline on when to do this or when to do that for these devils. So it sounds crazy, but I had to be surrounded by devils my whole life in order to meet God. And I remember when I was listening to AM radio back when I didn't have a phone or nothing, I was still at the choke bar. But I heard them say, we're going to do the same thing to Syria that we did to Rwanda. And if you remember that movie, you know that it was horrible what the UN and US did to Rwanda. Oh no, they are not here to help us. Oh, come on. You know what I'm saying? We had to split them up. So take the white people away from the black people. We're out of here. You know what I'm saying? We started this war between the Hutus and the Tutsis. You know what I'm saying? But now that we gave them guns, gave them land, now we're going to leave. You know what I'm saying? What you think is going to happen? They're going to kill each other now. That's what they planned on doing to Syria. But guess what? Iran's going to say, hell no. Russia's going to say, chill, nigga. And the dragons of Arabia are going to join forces, conspiring together, remembering their nature, like 2nd Ezra 15 tells us. And what we're waiting on now is for them to be besieged from the land of Assyria, because we've seen how the withdrawal has fell apart. That's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? First, we're going to leave 400 troops. We're going to leave a tribunal force of the UN, and we're going to send more troops from Poland. Now we're going to leave 1,000 troops. Now we're going to send 1,500 more troops over there. This is all over a process of 3 months. You've seen this. Now they sending more troops. And this thing, them selling troops to Poland, this is huge because that's the problem in the first place for Russia, that you're surrounding them. NATO troops and American troops are surrounding the Russian border, and they feel threatened. That's what they should. But basically what I'm trying to tell you, Israel, at its hour you think not, be ready. It's over. It is over. It has been over for a very long time. And I just heard today that some oil tankers got blown up and attacked, and they're going to try to blame Iran. Saudi Arabia's going to try to blame Iran like they always do. They need this war to pop up. They're trying to get this war popped off at any cost. And this is what they're masters of. These damn reptiles, they're masters of it. They're doing what they do to me personally, they're doing to countries. You know what I'm saying? So they use a cover story. They can't never just go ahead and do something, no matter how weak the cover story is, but they got to have one. So it make it seem like they're the good guy, turning evil good and good evil. Point of this one is stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. And I wanted to let y'all know that the devil he doesn't have the power that he claims to have, but he got way more power than you think he got. Whether you're keeping the commandments or not, he's on you. Okay, especially if you're one of the elect. And you're surrounded by these things, whether you know it or not. You're surrounded by these reptilian human hybrids, whether you know it or not. The thing is, much knowledge comes much grief. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not giving this to you so you can be grief and sad about it. I want you to have the power in knowing, because there's knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And there's power in the knowledge.